Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to use some new features on Google Docs. Start off by clicking Internet Browser and clicking on the waffle, going to your drive, and then opening up your class folder and going into the Google Docs. So from here, go to New Docs. First thing's always what? Yep, that's right. Title your document. Last name, first name. And I want you to call this one your personal timeline. So, let's talk about some features. So one awesome thing that you can do in Google Docs is change the paper size. To do that, go to File, Page Setup. Here you can change the margins. That's the space between whatever you type on them in your document to the outside of your paper. So if you wanted to change that, that's where you would change it right here. We always default to 1 inch, and that's what Google is defaulted to, so don't need to worry about that. But I do want you to change paper size. Instead of having letter size 8.5 by 11, that's the standard writing paper, we're going to make this big, 11 by 17. Click on that, and click OK. Now if you zoom out, let's say to 50%, see this page is much bigger than a regular page. Let's zoom back in a little bit more. Now, next thing you always do, I want you guys to change the formatting. Go to Format, Line Spacing, always click double. Align your cursor to the right-hand side, type in your name. Type in the date. And type in your period number. From there, hit enter again, hit the backspace, and now it'll take you right to the middle. Change your font to size 18, title it Personal Timeline. Let's highlight that, let's make that bold. Notice how your name, date, period, and your title, see name, title, title. Please do that. I'm going to start giving you a grade based on how often you do that starting at this assignment. Your name and date, period, title of your document need to be on there, as well as your name and document need to be matching and in the right format. So you're going to start losing points if you're not able to title your work and in both places. Okay, moving on. So one feature that we haven't used yet in this program is called the drawing application. So after you make your title, hit the space, hit the enter, and now have you centered right underneath the title. There's this cool little thing called insert, and here you would insert a bunch of special pictures, images, links, equations, drawings, a bunch of different things that you would insert into a document, into a typed document. We're going to do something with drawing. Now, drawing's really cool because if you ever have really specialized formatting or want to do something really unusual and cool, like add pictures and place them around as you want, that kind of thing, this is where this particular tool would come in handy. What I want you guys to do, first, I want you to go surf the internet. You click that little button, go back, click on this little button right here, that's the image icon tool, click on it. Then you have a series of choices you can make. You could upload something directly, you could take a picture of yourself, you could go to an internet link, you could go through the drives. Well, I want you guys to just go for a quick search, and I want you guys to find a background for your whole timeline. Let's see, what do I want to do for timeline? Or for a background of my timeline. I really like nature, so I'm going to do nature in a Google search. See what it comes with. All the pretty pictures. So let's do I like this one? Click on it, and voila, you have an awesome picture. What I want you to do is see how I'm taking the picture. I clicked on it once with the left mouse. I'm dragging it into the corner, and see how these it lined up with the red. Since I move it down here, same thing. Line it up and make it red. That means it's touching that border and it's aligned with that border. I want you to make it touch two corners, and then I want you to drag it, line it up with another one, and then if you need to, line it up with the bottom one. So your image takes up the whole space. From here, I want you to make the actual line in your timeline. To do that, you click this little button right here, this little tool says line, then draw a line straight down the middle. Now this is where a little bit of formatting comes into place, because that line is really small. If you look at it, it's like you can barely see it. So what I want you to do is click on it, and right here at the line weight, I want you to make it, let's make it 8. Make it 8. Look at nice and thicker now, so it's easier to see. I'm not totally happy with that color, so I want to change the color. Let's make it orange. Yeah, that looks alright. So I have my orange line now. So, what I want you guys to do at this point, let's start making boxes of text. So, click on the little text box right here, and then I want you to do the first one right at the top of your timeline. Create a box, and then after you create a box, move your cursor around the box, and after it makes this little symbol right there, see right now it's just a regular typing cursor, and then all of a sudden it changes to a movement cursor. Click on that, and see how I dragged my line around and now it's centered? That red line means it's centered on something, and the only other thing I have on here is the line itself. The center, sorry, not the line itself, but the picture itself, and now it's lined up with the middle of the picture. So I'm going to drop it right there. Notice how my line is a little bit crooked, so I'm going to click that, and I'm going to drag this a little bit more this way. And see how that little purple dot at the top, click on that. If I can see a little purple dot at the top, you can just align. Google automatically aligns a lot of things, so clicking on it right there. Now going back to the text. So, well, I could type in a text. And the top of your timeline should be when you were born. So I was born August 26, 1986. First text. Let's make it center. Let's highlight it, make it bold, and let's make it big as well. Let's make it 14. Let's make it 18. Now, I could just leave it like that. Or I could, if I wanted to highlight it and make it a little bit easier to see, maybe make it white. Or if I really wanted to, maybe I'll make it pink. Well, that's silly. I kind of like the natural look, so I'm going to go with transparent, so it just goes in the background. I kind of like that. But then when I look down at the bottom of the picture, black and transparent would be really hard to see. So I'm going to instead, I want you guys to do this as well. I want you to click on this, and instead of having transparent, I want you to have white, so it's easier to see. Now, the next box I want you, wrong button. Next thing I want you to do is make another text box down at the bottom. I want you to also, again, make this one white. And I want you to type in an event recently. So, 2017, started teaching English in Marysville, California. Let's highlight this again. Let's make it bold. Let's make it big. I'm not happy with that formatting. I don't like how it's split off into two. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it, let's make it uniform. No, don't wait like the way that looks. So let's make it center. I like how that works better. But let's see if I can make it smaller. Smaller. That's a little bit better. So, clicking on it again, getting that move icon, lining it right up down the middle. See how it's right along the line? Boom. And that's much easier to see. I can see when I was born, see when a recent activity. Now, this is where I'm going to start having a little bit more difference. So far you've added text and you've shaded in the box. Let's add an event here. So I was born there. Let's make it white again. Let's say 2003 space dash bought my first car. Let's make that in the center. Now I want you to do this for at least 2 of your events. I want you to add an image within an image in a text box. So now I have my big box here with some text at the top. After I do that, I can hit enter. Actually, I don't even need to do that, so let's go backspace and click on right where it says image. Let's find a car. Car. Hey, that's a pretty one. Let's go. Actually, I like this one. Now, I have an image of the car. Yeah, that's my car. I got that when I was 16. Let's make it real small though. And then let's drag it underneath the picture. Let's drag it right there. And now I have an image within an image on my Google Doc. Let's see. So that's one thing I have on my timeline. So far I have 3 boxes. Now what I want you guys to do, I want you to have 3 boxes on each side. That's 2 more. So 3 boxes with information and pictures if you want. I want 2 pictures in at least 2 of them, but you can have pictures in all of them if you want. You don't need to have full sentences. I'm just looking for you to have text at the top. And after you've made 6 boxes on 3 on either side, and then when you were born, and a recent activity that's of importance to you down at the bottom, I want you to hit save. We'll go on and talk about more later. So now you have your image on there, but look, it doesn't take the whole page. If you click on it, drag it down. Drag too much, so make it a little bit smaller. It should stay on 1 page. There you go. Now I have 1 image on the page, and it looks of reasonably good quality. So if I zoom in, say 150%, it looks nice and clean. And I have a personal timeline made. Now, like, I can't stress it enough, you guys will have different text on here. I was just kind of making this to show a point. I want 6 different events in your lives. Preferably offset them, like the different years of your life. Starting from your life, the beginning of your life when you were born, so on and so forth. In fact, let's go and I want to change this a little bit. So if I want to change it, let's go back out a little bit. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Let's go back out a little bit. If I want to ever change this, all I have to do to change it is click on it, double click. Let's make this first, but now let's make this one down here, down here, down here. So now that like they are all, let's line them up. See how like those red lines line up the boxes? Nice and neat. There we go. Nice and neat boxes. That's what I want you guys to do. So I want to change this one to say 2005 graduated from Center High School. And then maybe have a picture of my school mascot there from when I graduated. Then go on from there, let's say, to 2007 dash something else. Correct that. Let's change this one to 2010 something. 2012 say something. 2015 something. This is kind of what I'm looking for. At the beginning of your life, recent event, next recent event, go down, down, down until currently. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's see what else. I'll be grading you based on how many events you have. Again, I want to see one background picture, and I want to see two smaller pictures at least within your timeline. I want to make sure that your writing is legible and easy to read. So you've got to have the boxes, definitely some other color, preferably probably white, depending on your background. I'll let you choose your color. I advise white because it's the easiest to see. Black text on white boxes is the easiest. And your overall neatness of your poster. Your events, again, you don't need to have more than just a sentence and then a couple pictures. And yeah, that will be it. So after you make any edits that you need to do, like how I just did, save and close. Notice how the size reverts back to its original size. No big deal, you just click and drag again. Drag again until it is the right size. And once it's done, you have your timeline, 6 events, plus your birth, your date, and 2 small pictures, your name, date, period, your title, and also your title there. If you have any questions, let me know.